Hi guys, it's Deb here, and I have got a sort of off the page project for my design team project. I had this chipboard frame in my stash. You could certainly make this into a layout. I wanted to hang this on the wall, so what I've done is grabbed a piece of the scrapbook paper, the one with all the distressed kind of around the edges, and I've stuck it on the front, and now I'm just making some crosses. I'm cutting some crosses with my craft knife because I'm going to fold the paper back and glue it to the back so it looks nice and neat from the front. I started off with wet glue, and that was a huge mistake. It took too long. My fingers were getting messy, and I ended up switching to double-sided tape, and it worked a lot better. So a tip here is grab your bone folder, because it really does help get the paper to bend the way you want and get that nice neat look from the front. So I'm just trimming the excess paper here so it doesn't overlap onto the next window, and I grabbed my wet glue, and I had to sit there and hold it and wait for it to kind of tack and dry a bit, and my fingers were getting all gunky. So I did this on a couple of the windows and then quickly realized that double-sided tape was the way to go, and it went a lot quicker then and a lot cleaner as well. So it was right about here that I realized that I had made a huge mistake. I hadn't cut the paper big enough for enough overhang for it to glue nicely onto the back, like wrap around from the front to the back. I do manage to wrap it around. It took a lot of work with my bone folder and some double-sided tape, but I did get there in the end. So I can't really, I bought this at a scrap expo, I'm sure, quite a few years ago, and I can't remember who I bought it from, but it measures roughly, it's just over 8.5 by almost 12 inches in size, and the windows are 2 by roughly 2.7. And I thought it'd make a nice little hanging piece on the wall. So I did grab all the photos I wanted to use and put them in Photoshop, and I made them slightly bigger than what the windows were, and I did print out more than I needed. I wasn't sure which ones I wanted to use. I knew I wanted to use that first one that I cut right in the middle, and then I just played around with the other ones till I got something that I liked. And just using some wet glue to stick them photos in. I do use 5 photos, 2 at the top, 1 in the middle and 2 on the bottom. And the other 4 windows will be backed with vellum, and then I get to decorating. So I did grab all the pieces I wanted to use off camera and played around with them till I got my placement. I then just go about gluing everything down. I think a few things do change, not much, but just gluing everything down. And the awesome word that goes in the left window, the left middle window, is actually from the sticker sheet, and I just popped that up on some foam, and I just use my wet glue just to glue it all down. So just adding a few of those tiny word phrases on there as well. And I am going to make some kind of banner flags with them toothpicks that I've got sitting next to that awesome word. I just grabbed some pattern paper and cut it down and then kind of make it into a triangle shape, and I do add that on the side there for a little bit of extra embellishment. I did grab some orange twine from my stash, and I'm going to make a little bow around the little flag things here. And I do make 2 more bows to add another 2 to the layout. So I've got 3 kind of bits of twine there. And then I think I just add some rhinestones, and that's pretty much it. So I've got some slowed down footage of what it looks like now, and here it comes. Yes, that was my son's hand. He was like, oh, I remember that photo that day. And I'll have some still photos too. So thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to check out all the links below to get to Kitaholic kits and check them out. This was an absolutely brilliant kit to work with. I really enjoyed this month's kit. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will catch you on my next one. Bye.